Hello everyone! Today we want to talk about the beautiful country, New Zealand.
New Zealand is island country in the southwestern Pacific. It consists of two main land masses, the North Island and the South Island, and over 700 smaller islands. South Island is divided by Southern Alps, with highest peak Aoraki or Mount Cook at 3,724 meters. Fiordland steeps, mountains, and deep fjords are in southwestern corner of the South Island. The North Island is marked by volcanism. Mount Ruapeu, which is highest mountain of North Island and country's largest lake, Lake Taupo, right above on the picture, were formed by volcanic activity. New Zealand is constitutional monarchy with parliamentary democracy. Queen of New Zealand is Elizabeth II, the Prime Minister of New Zealand is Jacinda Ardern, and the capital city of New Zealand is Wellington, but most popular city is Auckland. The official languages are English, Maori, and New Zealand Sign Language, with the local dialect of English being dominant. And something about Maori. The Maori are the indigenous Polynesian people of mainland New Zealand. Traditional Maori beliefs have their origins in Polynesian culture. Concepts such as tapu, noa, mana, and wairoa governed everyday Maori living. Cultural performance of waiata, aka, tauparapara, and moteatea are used by Maori to express and pass of knowledge and understanding about history, communities, and relationships.
Since New Zealand drifted away from the supercontinent, unique flora and fauna have evolved, leaving a land full of interesting plants and creatures. Animals which you can find only in New Zealand. New Zealand fur seal. The New Zealand fur seal, also known as kekino in the Maori language, were once hunted for their meat, but they are now a protected species in the country. Fur seals can be found on rocky beaches all over New Zealand, including the mainland, the Chatham Islands, and the subantarctic islands, including Macquarie Island. They are also present in South Australia, Western Australia, and Tasmania. Although the seals can appear to be harmless, they are capable of inflicting severe injuries on dogs and humans, as well as carrying infectious diseases. Fur seals in New Zealand, like other marine animals, are predators, meaning they prey and kill to survive. Aggression is a natural part of their personality. Fur seals are also known to venture into people's backyards despite their preference for the coast. Hamilton's frog. Hamilton's frog is one of the rarest frogs in the world. These frogs don't croak. The majority of Hamilton's frogs are brown with a dark or black stripe running the length of the head and going through the eye on either side, and they are nocturnal. Hamilton's frogs have round eyes, unlike most frogs who have split-like pupils. It takes 3 years for them to achieve full maturity with no tadpole stage. These frogs are insectivores, which means that they eat insects such as fruit flies, small crickets, moths, and springtails. Sad to say that they are critically endangered with just about 300 specimens left on Stephens Island and a small island in the Cook Strait. And the last we have kiwi. The kiwi bird is the national symbol of New Zealand and is perhaps the most well known of all the country's wildlife. The kiwi bird has tiny wings but cannot fly and has loose feathers that are more like fur. Unlike other birds, the kiwi's feathers molt throughout the year. The kiwi bird lacks tail feathers but does have cat-like whiskers. While worms are the main source of food for kiwis, they will also eat woodlice, millipedes, centipedes, slugs, snails, spiders, insects, seeds, berries, and plant material. You won't find them roaming the street though. The majority of these nocturnal birds live in forested areas. They only emerge from their nests after dark to hunt for insects, grubs, earthworms, fallen fruit, and native plants. There are 5 distinct species of kiwi, and the bird is constantly protected from extinction due to its strong cultural presence. Next, we have plants that you can find only in New Zealand. Pseudowintera colorata, also known as mountain horribido, is a species of evergreen flowering trees and shrubs that are endemic to New Zealand. Mountain horribido can be found right throughout New Zealand, including Stewart Island, though it is fairly sparse in Northland due to the warmer temperatures. Mountain horribido's most distinguishable features are its leaves and its taste. Its leaves are generally a light green color with splotches of red of varying degrees. It is believed that this is because it protects the plant from ultraviolet radiation. They are peppery to taste, but are of course totally edible. Leaves of mountain horribido were used for ornaments, medicinal purposes, and as a spice plant. Maori use it to treat open wounds, painful bruising, and sore joints, as it is an antiviral, antibacterial, and antifungal all in one. Early settlers knew it as a Maori painkiller, as it was also used to treat stomach aches by chewing on the leaves or marking it into the tea. The cabbage tree. The cabbage tree is one of the most distinctive trees in the New Zealand landscape, especially on farms. They grow all over the country but prefer wet, open areas like swamps. Growing 12 to 20 meters high, cabbage trees have long narrow leaves that may be up to a meter long. It has lovely scented flowers in early summer which turn into bluish-white berries that birds love to eat. As the plant gets old, the stems may die, but new shoots grow from any part of the trunk. The bark is thick and thawed like cork, and a huge fleshy taproot anchors the tree firmly into the ground. The trunk of the cabbage tree is so fire-resistant that early European settlers used it to make chimneys for their huts. Cabbage trees are good colonizing species, growing happily on bare ground or exposed places. Maori used cabbage trees as food, fiber, and medicine. The root, stem, and top are all edible, a good source of starch and sugar. The fiber is separated by long cooking or by breaking up before cooking. The leaves were wound into baskets, sandals, rope, rain capes, and other items, and were also made into tea to cure diarrhea and dysentery. That's all from us for today. We hope you enjoyed our video and thank you for attention. Bye!